Hi, I'm Tom with Dentist Data, here to do another demo of the provider ranking system in our series of top 10 most prevalent disease groups in America. We are on pulmonary disease. So let's jump to that. So at dentistsandata.com, I could log in if I had a paid subscription. Well, that's for the most recent 8 years of CMS data. If you don't have a subscription, you could click down here, try Complimentary Consumer Portal, or you could just enter in your web bar, providerrankings.com. And that will take us to the freemium website, our complimentary consumer portal. So it's the same function, same CMS data. However, this is just one recent year of data for the freemium website and 8 years of data on the paid website. So for pulmonary disease, let's click on specialty ranking and see if we can find it here in medical specialty. Drop down. Okay, pulmonary disease. I'll click on that. And then it'll immediately go to national. You can see up here, it says this year of data is 2018. So a few years ago, but still pretty recent. Right now, its default is the entire United States. And it's showing 20 providers per page, a total of 9,971 entries. Now, even though I can filter these by, let's say, a name, we'll say Williams, or whatever I want to do, we could say like Charles. Oops. And then, or all of these columns are dynamic. I can order them alphabetically, numerically, depending on what we're talking about here, and by grade, and by lots of things, composite ranking score. So what I'll do, since I don't want to have to sit through this huge long list, almost 10,000, I'll filter by zip code. So I'll pick the first 3 digits of any zip code I want to look through, or even first 2 digits if you'd like to do a greater one. But I'll do, let's say 919. Where's that? National City, California. Let's do 919. Okay, here we go. So San Diego, South San Diego. Lots of really high qualified providers there. They're all A except for one. One is a B, which is still good, and 4 of those A's are A pluses. So the green on the left column and yellow beneath it. Green means top 25%. Yellow means second 25% or within the top 50%. If there's no color there, it means they are the remaining 50%. But you can see even in this case, it's all relative. So the lower 50% are all still really highly qualified and really well experienced. So let's see, let's go ahead and click on the first one, Terrence Crouch, MD, 99% A+. That means 1% of providers are more experienced than this provider, at least so nationally, he's number 2 nationally, that explains it there. And number 1 out of 11 in the San Diego area. So 99% of providers are less experienced than this provider for this provider's specialty and the procedures they perform. So the MPI numbers given here at the top left, then the name and contact information found under provider name and address, and of course their grade and their composite ranking score. Let's see, pulmonary disease, that's their specialty. So they're number 2 out of 9,971 in the US, or 1 out of 11 in San Diego. Beneath that are billing and procedure summary. On the paid website, you could change to any year available. Right now, we have 2018 on the freemium site. So 129,898 for total Medicare approved dollars, which is a negative 22.42% growth compared to the previous year. $187,500 was billed, which is 1.44 times higher than what was approved by Medicare. 3 unique procedure codes done, on 937, doing 937 procedures on 32 patients. So this provider seems to be a real specialist in a few different things that they've mastered. And that shows their high grade. Here on the chart shows the amount billed and the amount approved throughout the years. You could change that to patients and show the amount of patients and the amount of procedures throughout those same years. Beneath this chart, patient demographics and risk profile. This provider accepts Medicare. They are male, M for male, Y for yes, and for Medicare. RUGA, so you click on this RUGA score or RUGA number classification. Number 1 means urban. If you clicked on it, it would give you an explanation on all the other numbers, what they mean. The type, this is an individual, so an individual provider, an individual practice, not a group practice. Average age of patients, 71, 56% male, female, 34% white. Top 5 comorbid conditions. On the paid website, we provide the top 15 comorbid conditions treated by this provider. Average risk score of patients, 3.6855. 1 would be average, over 1.5 means high risk. So 3.6855 is very high. This provider treats high-risk patients. So the only, for 2018, the only procedure being shown is HCPCS or CPT code 99310. In the description, the location, dollars approved, growth compared to the previous year, how much was that billed, just like I showed you at the top of the screen, number of times it was done, how many times this was repeated on the same patient. So a ton of times this was a repeat. Certain procedures, it calls for a repeat, certain procedures don't. So it'd be worth knowing that before you pick a provider to see if it's a procedure that shouldn't be repeated, should be done right the first time. You don't want to pick someone that repeats a lot. But if it's a procedure that typically is repeated or is even supposed to be repeated, then that's no foul sign. Beneath that, the composite ranking score is explained here, as well as what location F and O mean. F is facility, O is office, and the explanation of their grade. Well, I'm Tom with Denison Data, and that was just a little quick video on how to use the provider ranking system to research pulmonary disease. Next in our list will be psychiatry. We'll jump into that. Thank you for your time. See you next time.